Hello everybody. I made a lot of fudge and tonight I'm going to try another kind that's a little bit quicker. When I was making the long type of fudge I really made a mess, but I finally got it cleaned up. Anyway, I'm going to make some chocolate fudge. I had a request from a person for some just plain old chocolate, no nuts, nothing. So I'm going to try this tonight. I've tried to lots of different ways, but I'm going to try this just to see, what it does, and then we'll find out. Because I think, if I'm thinking right and putting the right ingredients right, I think we can do this in a microwave, and you could do it too if you can't, make fudge real well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the sweetened condensed milk, 14 ounces. We'll open that up. Get this out of the way. I've got everything in the way. Use my Tupperware here. Hi Maggie, hope everything worked out today. I'm just now getting where I can make a little more fudge. I'm trying to make a little bit every night. I think I got that. Just pop that off of there like that, and you've got no sharp edges. See? It's Tupperware. So I'm going to pour that in here. I'm going to use my little Tupperware spatula because it get down the bottom of this. We'll pour that in my stack cooker pan. Get that all down to bottom because sometimes the sweet part goes down there. There's so many recipes you can do with these, and then you could work with it and add your own, So I've got this in here. And I am going to, this is just what I'm experimenting, okay? I'm going to add a little bit of the Hershey's cocoa just to give it that extra little punch of chocolate. I'm going to do 1 teaspoon of that. We're not going to need much. And I'm just going to kind of stir that around in there. Make sure it's all broke up. I don't want to put too much in because I want to make sure it's going to be all right first. Which all the other fudge has really turned out good. And the peanut butter I made with where you cook it on the stove, it always turns out. I never have a problem with it. So I want to experiment just a couple more little ingredients. So that's a little bit of that cocoa, just always gives it that extra little cocoa-y taste, like it. I don't know how to explain it, but I put it in all my chocolate fudge, and it gives it that little extra flavor. Even if it doesn't call for it and it's chocolate, this is going in there. So we got that. That sweetened condensed milk, 14 ounces, and the teaspoon of real cocoa. And you're going to watch me again move in my chair. Go back. Good leg exercises, and put it in the microwave. Okay, I'm going to put that in for 30 seconds. And then I'm going to add these dark chocolate. morsels. And I'm going to do about 3 cups in it. Some of the fudge calls for 4 and whatever, and you can use it. Basically turns out the same. But I'm also going to put some salted butter in it to give it that little extra salt. I mean, it's not much, but it'll give it that extra little taste. You just got to experiment with this stuff. I'm going to put 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to put half of that in there. So I'll go get this. And turn back around here. Get that cocoa in there good. Now I'm just going to pour the chocolate chips in. I got Nestle here. And these are bigger chips, so I'm hoping, yeah. So happen to be a little bit bigger morsels. So I may have to put them in there a little longer. There's 2. We'll see. There's 3. Sometimes when your chips are a little larger, or I should have put the little ones in there, but that's all right. You know, that's all right. Let me just stick this butter in here with it. And then I'm going to put that in there for a minute. See what we got. I'll watch it real good. So how's everybody doing? Getting ready for Christmas and everything? I'm glad you don't smell my house right now because it smells like salmon patties. Because I made salmon patties for supper. I don't particularly like the smell of salmon patties, but they were good. We was going to have spaghetti, and all of a sudden Tom and I changed our minds. We said, well, we'll have some salmon patties and fried potatoes and onions sliced up, and it worked out pretty good. Let me check this real quick. We may have to do it a little bit longer than a minute, but we'll see. It smells real chocolatey in here. Now, if you get the white chips, and if you've had them a while, they will not melt very good. Because I've tried it before. We'll just let this sit here a minute and see. We're definitely going to have to do it a little longer, but it's melting. You see, the butter's not quite, needs broke up a little bit. Sometimes if you just let them chips set like that, they'll be all right. But I'm putting the butter in because butter and cocoa just does taste good. That's why I'm doing that. So I'm just mixing these up here in this stack cooker bowl because it's microwave safe. And like I said the other night, I would never put peanut butter. When you make the peanut butter like they do, don't put the peanut butter jar in there and the jar of icing or whatever it is they use, because that's just dangerous plastic. Okay, I think this is, you can do it about 20 more seconds. Okay, and then we'll be pretty well done with that fudge. I'm not going to put any nuts in it or anything. It seems funny. It seems too easy, you know. My grandson, Braden, he loves them mint Buckeyes I made, and every time he comes in, he'll get him some and eat them. So here we go. Now I'm going to add a little bit of vanilla, just a little bit. Help that chocolate not be so deafening. And I suppose you could add marshmallows to this at this point. And if it would get like overly start getting too hard, you could. But this is not, so I'm not putting any in. Because I want it to have that, the good old-fashioned type firmness to it. So you see here, this is all, we done that, what, a minute and 50 seconds. So less than 2 minutes you could have this. And then I've got these little pans I already put foil in and sprayed them. Let's see if you can see this come out. And you could put it in a bigger pan, but I'm not going to. Not with this. I have regular fudge pans, but these are just them little pans you get and put, you can put food in them or whatever. I'm just going to take and just kind of, I don't like to do too much to it because it just ruins it. Now I'm just going to take it like this. And it's already, you know, setting up really nice. My mom taught me to do that with the fudge because it packs it down where you don't have a lot of bubbles and stuff. So anyway, that's it. 2 minutes in the microwave stack cooker bowl. And I just added a little cocoa, butter, and 3 to 3.5 cups, but 3 was good, of your Nestle chocolate morsels. And I use dark chocolate because usually around Christmas time, people really likes that chocolate punch of a taste. So this will set up real nice, and I won't have to worry about it. It just cut it, and it'll be just as good. Let me go around here and get this. I wanted to show you something. We'll get get this stuff out of the way. Wipe this off. Put that up there. And then I'll only have that one pan to wash. Wipe this off real quick here. Anyway, getting back to Christmas, I don't have my tree up yet. And I have been getting some stuff all along this year, but of course it's not wrapped. And I'm usually not one to get stuff just to throw it aside. I'll get something that somebody needs. So anyway, I want to show you. This is Hershey's Cocoa. Let me put that over here. This is the fudge that I made last night. Now remember I told you it's supposed to be green and then the chocolate chips through it. And this was just an experiment too with me. It is delicious, but look at it's marbled a little bit because I should have let the white chips set when they melted, set just a little bit longer, because these are really small chocolate chips you're putting on there, so they melt real easy. So anyway, I just, it's really good. And I don't see any problem with it marbling like that, like chocolate within it, because it is chocolate mint chocolate chip fudge. And then I have this, now I put pecans in this gumdrop fudge. And I put it in a little bit bigger pan, but I've got stuff to make this, but I want to go up and make it with my mother. And she hasn't done it yet, so we're going to try to do that. So anyway, let me give this a cut. And once that firms up in the refrigerator, it's just like any long-term fudge you make. It stays pretty firm. And this was made with sweetened condensed milk, white chocolate chips, mint, and the dark chocolate chips. And I never put any butter or anything in them. But, let's see this. It's really pretty. And it's really good. It's really, really, really good. You have to like mint chocolate chip, though. Some people don't. But I like to make all kinds of different fudges for Christmas. I always have to make more peanut butter and chocolate. But it's always nice to have these little. If you're giving somebody a cookie tray or with fudge and candies on it, like Buckeyes and yes, Maggie, is really, really, really good. I mean, there's a block I cut. It's beautiful. I'll probably make another one of these. It's not going to last, probably. Let me get a drink of water so I can taste the gumdrop. So far, the gumdrop and the mint chocolate has been my favorite. I don't really care a lot for fudge, but I don't know, all these little fudges is really good. Now next time I won't put pecans in this. I will just put, and I'm cutting them real little. My husband says, you cut your fudge too big. Give you an example of what it's going to look like here. And that's a pecan in there and a gumdrop. And I will taste this too. Of course, I made some of this the other night online. I think that's my favorite because I love gumdrops. Maggie, I'll have some. And as quick as you can make this, we can make some too. It's really good. The gumdrop is just, And the gumdrops I bought, I wasn't watching, and I cut them all up and everything. and it called for regular gumdrops. Which, if you're going to use regular gumdrops, you could use the orange, red, green slices and stuff. But I accidentally got the spiced, and that's my favorite if I'm just eating gumdrops. But man, I'll tell you what. I took a bite of that, and I thought, I'm going with the spiced with this type of fudge, because it's amazing. But like I said, I won't add the pecans. I had to add a little, I'm always adding a little something or another. But pecan in there. And of course, that's a little bar cut that I cut on there. My husband said, while you're babysitting, I'll just cut your fudge up and weigh it. He said, I can use that pizza cutter. And I looked at him and I said, don't use a pizza cutter on my fudge. And so I said, there's only one knife you can use on my fudge, and it's this one right here. Because if I, like, you know them things you scrape up your dough with and all that. I've tried that, and it doesn't look as smooth. You want a good, clean cut. I've had this knife for 6 years, and I just use it to cut just about all my fudge. So, well, all of it, really. Anyway, give me a drink here. And this fudge here, I'll just put it in the refrigerator for about an hour, and then I'll take it out, because whenever you melt solid stuff, you have to pour it in there and let it get back solid again. So the refrigerator helps it out just a little bit. But once you do that, it's good to go. Hold on a minute. Let me see. I want to show you something else here. A lot of people like the peanut butter. So I have to make a lot of extra peanut butter. But guys, I'm telling you, I got chocolate on me. The gumdrop, it would be my favorite. And it makes a pan, a fudge pan. It's not as thick. You really don't need it real thick because it's really rich. But it just tastes so Christmassy for some reason. Pamela, if you have a microwave, you can make him fudge real easy. And I always thought, nah, it wouldn't taste as good, but I like it. But this peanut butter, I have not made any in the microwave. This is what I make every year on the top of the stove. I just pour it in there and let it do its thing. Oh, I can't tell you how good that gumdrop fudge is. It's so good. And it's rich, but boy, you get a bite of one of them gumdrops and it just makes it better. So I'll probably put just a little bit more gumdrops in it. I just bought one little bag from dollar store. But I bought a whole bunch more so we can make it. So I'm going to show you the peanut butter. I'm going to taste it anyway. Now you know why I'm not a big fudge eater fan, because I have to taste it. I won't give anybody anything unless I taste it and it's good. Of course, we all have our own tastes and stuff. But you see, I like that clean cut right there. That's the way I like to see it. And then I'll taste this. I'll taste it for you. Hold on a minute, I got a photo bomber at the door. Hello.
Ooh, you gonna give me a piece of that?
Yeah. It's Braden. He said, oh, you gonna give me a piece of that? What kind you want? Peanut butter, gumdrop, mint chocolate chip?
Both.
Both? Now the chocolate is not done yet.
I want the mint chocolate chip.
Mint chocolate chip? He wants some mint chocolate chip.
And the other
Come over here and say hi. He's my they love my photo bombers. Usually it's Tom coming in. Okay. You tell me what you really think, okay?
I will.
He likes the Buckeyes, the mint Buckeyes. If you don't like it, tell me. A lot of people has to acquire taste for that.
I don't like it.
Come around here.
I'm just kidding.
Come around here. He said he don't like it.
I actually like that a lot.
They need to see you. He don't like it, but he took another bite.
It's good.
Now, I'll give him the gumdrop. It might not taste good with the mint, though.
Yeah, give me a second.
And while he's tasting or getting ready for that, I'll taste the peanut butter. It's very good. Just like I remembered it last year. Now, Trace. I think Trace and Abriana and Janelle likes the peanut butter. Boy, I love the taste that good peanut butter out of the jar in that. I never just add peanut butter chips. I always add peanut butter and butter. That's really good. And when you cook this on top of the stove, you want to put just a little bit of salt in it. Just half teaspoon.
No, it's pretty good too.
You like that?
I like the mint better though. I like mint.
He likes the mint better. He's not older like Grandma and likes them old spice drops. You want to taste the peanut butter? Yeah, that peanut butter is really good. Now, I have made some of this for Andy and Desi asked me to make some. I can't find the post whether they wanted chocolate too or what. So, anyway, for the chocolate, I mean, I just added a couple things and it's really come out real good. And that'll set up. Just a 14-ounce can. Sweetened condensed milk. A teaspoon of cocoa. Put it in the microwave for 30 seconds. And then you put 3 cups, which would be about a bag and a half of Nestle's chocolate morsels. And 4 tablespoons of butter. And then you put it in there for another minute and then kind of let it melt, stir, and then put it back in there. And then pour it in your pan. That's all you got to do. I did add a teaspoon of vanilla at the end. So we'll see. No. That's in the other room. Let me go get that. I forgot about that. Hold on just a second. making more fudge than I realized. This is the regular peanut butter I make on top of the stove. But this here, I put so many nuts in it, it was not funny. Anyway, let's move the peanut butter. This is the peanut butter caramel. And it's got, see all them nuts coming off of there? I went nutty. Okay, let's put that on there. Now we'll look at this here. This is the peanut butter caramel pecan. And on the top is like, in my Power Chef chopper from Tupperware, I just done them peanuts or walnuts real fine. And sometimes people they just like a little bit of a nuttier fudge, and this is really nutty. This one's the peanut butter caramel nut, Braden. I forgot about it until she reminded me. But I did this in the microwave, so. Time you get all these fudges done, you can just keep making it. That's one good thing about fudge is you can just keep making it. And then when you're done with it all, drag it all out. A lot of times I'll just put it in the refrigerator, cover it up, drag it all out, and then you can make your little gifts or whatever, or make your little tiny trays or whatever you want to do with it. Now this, get that out of there. It's really hard to, it's got so many nuts in it. But that's the one I done, Carol, is the peanut butter caramel. I used peanut butter, but I used caramel chips and pecans in it. So let me take a bite of it and see. Tell you, I'll be sugared up for, I won't sleep tonight. But that's just a little piece there. It's got the nuts in it and everything. Try and tell you what it tastes like. It's like you know what a Snicker bar tastes like? That's what it tastes like. When you chew on that a couple times, it tastes like when you're biting into a Snicker bar. So we know what that tastes like. And it's good. It's just, some people can eat nuts and some can't. But if you want a good taste of like a Snicker bar, you would use the peanut butter, the condensed milk, sweetened condensed milk, and some caramel chips, which Walmart probably has them, and I got them out to Campbell's here in MacArthur. And put your pecans in it, and then if you want to put some nuts over top, go ahead. So what I'll do is I'll just wrap all this up, because I definitely don't need no more bites of fudge tonight. I don't have sugar or anything, but I sure don't want to get it. So we got the caramel peanut butter pecan with the walnuts on top that tastes like the Snickers. And then we got the white gumdrop fudge. And I got pecans in it. And I'll tell you what, that's my favorite. Right there is my favorite. Did I mention this is my favorite? Tell me if you think that tastes like a Snicker bar. It's my favorite. Did I tell you that? This is my favorite.
Grandma, do I need to take you
Braden,
to the
this is my
hospital?
favorite. Huh?
Are you getting Alzheimer's or something? Do I need to take you to the hospital?
Braden asked me, he said, Grandma, do I need to take you to the hospital? He said, are you losing it? Because I told you guys 3 or 4 times this is my favorite. It is my favorite. So, we got all that. I'll wrap all this. And then, I got another big thing of peanut butter over there, but it's the same thing as this. We got this big thing of peanut butter. And, of course, this is my second favorite. Is the mint chocolate chip. Now, I'll tell you why peanut butter is not my favorite. It's because when I eat peanut butter, that's all I want. I don't want no sugar in it. Don't want no jelly in it. But I do put, and my husband laughs at me, but I'll take real butter and spread it on a piece of bread. And then I'll spread peanut butter over it. And that's the way I like it, but I don't like it in anything else. That's weird, I know, but that's just the way it is. So, I got all these made, and now tomorrow, it's church night, so I probably won't make any. But I want to make some of the croissant cream cheese dessert. And it's real simple and easy too, so. But I will continue to try to make up different fudges to, I don't know, can't think of any more to go, like, do. I'll probably do some chocolate with black walnuts. My husband, we got a big feed sack, if you know what that is, full of walnuts that was shelled. The green part was shelled off. And my husband sat for 3 or 4 weeks, and he just took all them walnuts out of there, black walnuts. And then I roasted them real light in the oven, and we put them in containers. So there's really, I mean, for Christmas, the chocolate with black walnuts in it is the best fudge you could eat. And maybe you don't like them, which we could, I could put regular walnuts. But then black walnuts just makes it Christmas. I don't know. We got so many of them that I don't know how I'm going to use them all. So there, I roasted them. We put them in the refrigerator and freezer. So anyway, there we are. And I hope you got something out of this. And I can post the recipe. I mean, it's so easy. It's so easy to make. So it's one of them things you could do just in your mind and do it. And this chocolate was 2 minutes to get it done. I mean, and you got a whole pan there. And this is a thick one. You could put it in a bigger pan. So, I mean, if you're in a hurry and you want to get something done, that's the way to do it. So now I'm just going to go in there and get in my recliner. And I am going to put my legs up and watch a Christmas movie. And my mind will be going churning and churning to see what else that I can make. And I encourage you all, make something and please tape it so I can watch it. Because I love watching people live do things. And you can add me as a friend on Facebook, and it'll pop up whenever I go live, or whenever you go live, it'll pop up to me. So God bless you all, and have a good night, and have a good sleep. So we'll talk to you later.